Now, Lamar Odom was at the peak of his career playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. He met Khloe back in 2009, and after dating for about a month, they got married. He was a regular on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and they even had a spin-off show titled Khloe and Lamar.
He was a basketball virtuoso from an early age, a college phenom.
30 feet away, jumper in the air, he's got it!
Who became one of the NBA's biggest superstars.
You could have been the best player of your generation.
Probably so.
This story is giving me some Chris Humphries vibes, but it's even more intense. Now, they married in 2009 after just dating for a month, which is ridiculous. I mean, where was Kris Jenner then? However, a few years into their marriage, things got messy. I mean, Lamar lost his cousin in 2011, and then a week later, he was involved in a serious car accident. This car accident actually resulted in a 15-year-old boy dying. Just a year later, partying and infidelity rumors were swirling around his marriage to Khloe. Then in 2013, Khloe filed for divorce against Lamar. This happened after Lamar released a video of himself bragging about cheating on Khloe while high on drugs. Lamar infamously put off signing the divorce papers as he clung onto hope that he and Khloe would eventually reunite. But even though he was out here partying, drinking, cheating on his wife, and bragging about it, he still wanted to be with Khloe. Lamar infamously put off signing the divorce papers as he clung onto hope that he would get back with her. Though he never got back with her because in 2015, things got only worse because Lamar actually had a crack cocaine-induced stroke at a brothel, which left him in a life-threatening coma. Thankfully, Lamar made it through. We've talked about this before in a past video, but it hasn't stopped the haters from saying that he had fallen prey to the Kardashian curse.
Is he conscious? No.
Lamar Odom is rushed to the hospital.
Fighting for his life on life support.
In my opinion, I think Lamar Odom has had it worse when it comes to the Kardashian curse. I mean, he almost died.
Sex, infidelity, and drugs.
What was your drug of choice?
Oh, cocaine.
Lamar was living a life full of dark secrets.
How many women did you have sex with?
I don't know.
You wrote 2,000.
Now, I'm not putting this blame on Khloe because he made his own choices, but when they spoke about it in 2021, Khloe said that she wishes Lamar the best, but she no longer talks to him. And it makes sense that she doesn't speak to him. I mean, he's even said, behind the scenes, I put her through some shit, like shit that y'all don't know. The stories that you don't know is like really crazy. So it seems like she's a survivor. In spite of their fractured relationship, Khloe was by Lamar's side throughout his recovery from his 2015 overdose. He said in the show, Khloe, you know, she wiped my ass. It doesn't get any realer than that. Lamar was quoted saying, she would bring me pictures of my mother, my grandmother to help me with my memory. Couldn't show how I really felt. I was hardly even talking. I hardly could say, thank you, Khloe. I could think it, but I couldn't express it. More than 6 years after their divorce was finalized, Lamar has maintained that he, of course, wants to get back together with Khloe, but he is too shy to ask her out for dinner. So it seems like she's the one that got away. We started off talking about Lamar and his accomplishments, but he's another example of an NBA player who has now been outshined by his past, by his overdoses and his scandals. Nobody really knows him as a basketball player anymore. Someone else who I think will be forever known as a Kardashian partner is Scott Disick, because he's really defined by his relationship with Kourtney. We all know Scott Disick is the father of Kourtney's children, and he was a regular on their show. He has had a public struggle with alcohol and drugs, and he's even been to rehab before. A lot of his partying led to their breakup and the reason why Kourtney never wanted to marry him in the first place. But Scott depended on this family, and he still does, because he tragically lost both of his parents within a few months. His mother, Bonnie, passed away in June 2013, and then his father passed away that following January. I think a lot of this led to him, fueling himself with alcohol and drugs to cope with this loss, and he didn't have any other family to support him, so he really depended on them. But following his breakup from Kourtney Kardashian, Scott Disick is convinced that he's been plagued with the rumored Kardashian curse. In an attempt to prove his theory correct, he actually visited a card reader with Kendall Jenner in a bizarre clip from their show. The psychic tells him that the cards talk a lot about a load of negative energy. Everything that you try to do, you have a tendency to have many obstacles in front of you. So it does seem like he, in fact, has a curse.
All right, Ken, you ready for me to get this curse off my back?
Yeah. Wait, what curse?
The Kardashian curse.
There's a curse?
Anybody that's dated a Kardashian, including Rob, that's a boy, has gotten cursed. After this last guy, I had to take matters into my own hands And I found somebody who does, the card reading and really gets to the bottom.
I find it so funny that this family is completely aware of this curse and they all know it's happening. I mean, Kylie spoke about it. It just seems like the men are destined for failure.
Of curses, so I was like, Kendall, come with me and let's figure this out and see if this is real or not.
So what would you like me to look at first?
I feel like some curse has been put upon me, along with a lot of other men that I'm close with.
Okay. Let me take a look at it and see what I get. The cards talk about a load of negative energy that's been going on. Then the center of the spread comes up the devil card, which means there's definitely an energy that's been following you around. It says that everything that you try to do, you have a tendency to have many obstacles.
Not her calling out the Kardashians, just like pointing at the devil.
Many obstacles in front of you. So
Also, Kendall Jenner seems so uncomfortable in this moment. It seems like she doesn't know what to do.
to answer your question, I would probably say you do have a curse.
Despite his relationship with Kourtney ending, it seems like he still is cursed. Maybe that's the deal with the Kardashian curse, it never goes away. Since his split from Kourtney, Scott's love life has been nothing short of lackluster. He's been repeatedly linked to women at least 13 years younger than him, including Bella Thorne, Bella Banos, and Amelia Hamlin. His longest relationship post-Kourtney was with Sophia Richie, who has completely moved on, and now she has a very rich husband and a baby. We haven't seen Scott date anyone in a very long time, and it makes me wonder, like, what's going on with him that's stopping this, because Kourtney has completely moved on. And someone who I wish would move on is Tristan Thompson, because he drives me crazy. Now, Tristan's relationship with Khloe was running smoothly until they were struck with cheating scandals. And I mean scandals plural, because Tristan has cheated on Khloe so many times. This report writes, the couple were the talk of the town once Tristan's first round of cheating took place. The affair was with Kylie Jenner's best friend, Jordan Woods. This scandal rocked the entertainment world more so as Khloe had been pregnant with Tristan's child at the time. After more rounds of makeups and breakups, the couple finally parted ways. This only ever happened after it was revealed that Tristan got another woman pregnant and he was trying to hide it from Khloe. Now, it's pretty hard to blame this breakup on a curse considering what Tristan has done, but still people are trying to find some way to blame Khloe, because I guess, for example, when he was playing for the NBA, his team, Cleveland Cavaliers, were performing poorly, leading many fans to believe that the Kardashian curse was to blame for their losing streak. Not only was Tristan publicly shamed for cheating on Khloe, but he was reportedly pressed to sign a $1 million honesty contract by Kris Jenner. As always, the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder. It doesn't look like he ever coughed up the $1 million fee for cheating on Khloe, but at least he had this contract that he signed that I guess there was a legality that he had to pay if he did cheat, which we've seen this before in Hollywood. And as I mentioned earlier, when I saw Tristan Thompson playing basketball, people were booing him, yelling out Khloe's name, and this has happened plenty of times.
Tristan Thompson played his first basketball game since all the cheating videos came out. There were a few times through the game, and you could hear some boos.
Cavaliers fouls on number 13, Tristan Thompson.
And there was actually one girl in the crowd that had a "We Love Khloe" sign.
Tristan is another example of someone who's been defined by his scandals opposed to his sportsmanship. In the past 5 years, Tristan Thompson has definitely been in the media more for cheating than he has been for basketball. And while it seems like Tristan isn't going anywhere because we see him on the show, we see Khloe constantly talk about him, I definitely think that he is cursed, and it's kind of part of his own actions. I mean, I don't really understand why Khloe constantly gets cheated on. I mean, what is it about Khloe? I mean, I don't want to think it's anything to do with her, but these are two really strong cases. Someone else who's also built a case, do you like how I did that, against the Kardashians is Ray J, because he was done dirty. Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.